everybody, GT here from GT's Barbecue. It's about a week before Thanksgiving, and I'm going to show you how to do your own honey baked ham, or at least my version of a honey baked ham. We get these things for Thanksgiving and Christmas, and they cost 70, 80, 90, 100 bucks. Very expensive. I got this spiral cut ham at Safeway. It was $16.50, and then including the glaze and the rubs I'm going to put on it, it's less than 20 bucks. So these things come out delicious. I've done 6 or 7 of these in the past. They're always a big hit. So stay tuned, and we're going to go ahead and get started on this thing. I'm going to put a glaze on it. I'm going to put some sugars on the outside. I'm going to cook it on my Rectech for probably 2.5 to 3.5 hours until we get to an internal temp of 140 degrees. So stay tuned, and we'll be right back here in a few minutes. Okay, let's get this party started by making the glaze for our honey baked ham, or my version. I put in half a cup of apple juice, half a cup of orange juice, 1/4 cup of honey. And if you haven't seen these measuring containers, they're really good for things like honey, because you can just push it out and it makes it so much easier than trying to get them out of a measuring cup. And 1/4 cup of brown sugar. Now I'm going to go ahead and put this on the stove, bring it up to a boil. I'm going to let it simmer for, I don't know, about 10 minutes or so. Let it reduce, let it thicken. I'm going to get it in a squirt bottle, and we're going to use this obviously as the glaze for our ham. So I'll be back here in a second, and we'll get this heated up. Okay, my honey, apple juice, orange juice, and brown sugar mixture came to a boil. I'm going to go ahead and turn it down to simmer now, constantly stirring. And let this reduce down for about, I don't know, 10 minutes or so, till it gets the consistency you want. I'm going to let it cool off, put it in a bottle, and then we'll be able to apply this easily to our ham. And then once I get the glaze on there, then we can start to apply the sugars. So stay tuned, and I'll be right back, and we'll mix up the sugar portion for our honey baked ham. See you in a minute. Okay, let's go ahead and mix up our sugars for our honey baked ham. I've got here a half a cup of brown sugar, and I'm going to add a half a cup of Turbinado raw cane sugar with that. And next, I have a half a teaspoon of ground ginger, half a teaspoon of cinnamon, half a teaspoon of nutmeg, and half a teaspoon of paprika. So I'm just going to get these all blended up, set them aside, and there's actually a sugar packet that comes with the spiral ham I bought. But I think it's always kind of fun to make your own. You can adjust the flavors to however you and your family like it. So I'll get this set aside here, and we'll get on to the next step, getting the ham glazed. So hang on, we'll see you in a bit. Okay, so I just wanted to talk a minute about this ham. We've purchased honey baked hams in the past, and you pay $70, $80, $90, $100 for these things. I got this at my local Safeway. It was on sale for $16.58. So even with the ingredients and the sugars and everything, there's less than 20 bucks in this thing. So I'm going to get this prepped up, and we'll get it out on the smoker here in a few minutes. Okay, got the ham out of the package. Just going to go ahead and get some of this glaze on here. I won't use it all. I'll probably put some more glaze on partway through the cook. These are already cooked hams, so all I'm really going to do is warm it up. I'll take it up to about 145 degrees internal temp. These spiral cut hams do have a tendency to want to dry out. So it's really important that you pay attention to the temperature. Take it off when it's done. Now let's apply some of our sugar mixture. And I've used an aluminum disposable pan here. Help save on the mess. I just have a warming sheet underneath it. I'm going to cook this at about 280 degrees. You don't want to cook it too high or else that sugar can burn. Okay, so we've got our sugars on there. We've got our glaze on here. The nice thing, I have this on a cooling rack, so once I get it out to the grill, I'll be able to just lift this on and off the smoker. Makes it a lot easier. So I got the Rectech fired up outside. I'll get this thing out there, probably cook it for 2.5 hours. But once again, I'm not cooking to a time. I'm just gonna cook it till it's about 145 degrees. So we'll see you here out at the grill. Okay, I've got the Rectech set at 280 degrees. I'm gonna go ahead and get this ham on. It's real simple with this cooling rack that I used. It's real easy to just move it onto the grill. And then I'll probably rotate it around here in a little while, about halfway through. It's probably going to be about 3.5 hours total cook time. I'll take it to 140 degrees internal temp, and I'll probably baste it 1 or 2 times as we go and add some more sugar to it. So I'll let this thing cook for a little bit, and we'll check on it and see where we are. Okay, the ham's been on for about an hour. Oh yeah, we're looking good. I'm going to go ahead and get it out here, give it a quick glaze again. Looks like it still has plenty of moisture on it from before. Some of that fat's starting to render. Okay, that's looking good. Put on a little more of our sugar mixture. Left-handed, shake, shake, shakeroo, technical term. You guys, I'm telling you, you cannot beat it. For 20 bucks, we're gonna have a restaurant quality ham. Get this back in here like so. Shut her up. And we'll see you probably in about another hour. Okay, everybody, I brought this homemade honey baked ham up to about 140 degrees. It was already safe, actually, when I started. So it wasn't so much about cooking it as it was warming it up. And I'm just going to carve in here just like I would a regular honey baked ham. Serve this up with some scalloped potatoes. Not a very even slice job, but basically for 20 bucks, this thing is amazing. It's nice and juicy. It's nice and moist. I'm telling you, I cannot tell. This was not an expensive honey baked ham. So we're going to go ahead and serve this up here in a second for dinner. But there you go. Don't spend the money. Make it yourself. Double smoked honey baked ham from GT's Barbecue. It's delicious. It's a win for sure. You got to give this a try. Cheers. And I'll be right back here in a second to close out. Okay, everyone, happy Thanksgiving. I did get this recipe from Malcolm Reed, How to Barbecue Right. I'll put a link down below and one up here. I hope you guys all have a safe and happy Thanksgiving, and I'm probably going to do a prime rib for Christmas coming up, so stay tuned for that. And I guess that's it. So if you're so inclined, please like and subscribe, stay safe, and we'll see you next time.